Hello everyone, it's Mariners Fanatic back with a YouTube video. This video we're going to be covering both a recap of the first half. We'll take a look at the last 30 games we've played and then we'll take a look ahead at the rest of the season and things coming up. Starting off with the recap since the last video, the 60 game mark, we were 27-33. Since then, we have gone 24-9. We were 51-42 at the break, includes 14-game winning streak we are currently on. You guys have probably seen all the stats, the longest winning streak ever heading into the All-Star break. We're one game away from potentially tying our all-time wins record with the 2001 Seattle Mariners at 15. So there's a lot of records and potential on the horizon. Unfortunately, we do have a little bit of a tough schedule as we play Houston 7 out of the next 10 games. So if we're going to make a run at the club record or the all-time wins record, it's going to go through Houston. And how sweet would that be? We'll see if it happens, but it's on the table. Since my last video, both the Mariners pitching and hitting has come around. We still struggle with the bases loaded, but Julio Rodriguez did hit our first grand slam of the season in that final series before the break against Texas. We've been getting better at hitting with runners in scoring position by quite a lot. Carlos Santana has made a huge impact. We've only lost one game since he's been acquired, which is just insane. Since June 21st, the Mariners pitching staff is sixth in the whole MLB in terms of Fangraphs ranking. Also, in terms of Fangraphs ranking, we are ninth on offense. The offense in general has just been so much better, like I was saying. But one thing that has not been talked about very much by anybody this whole year, the Mariners have the number one defense in baseball. They have the highest fielding percentage. They may not grade out quite as high in some of the advanced defensive metrics, but overall, the Mariners' defense has been a huge help in getting us to where we are at right now. When our defense is comparable or better to the St. Louis Cardinals, who traditionally have one of the best defenses in baseball, that is a great thing. Got to give props to Winker and some of the other guys like Suarez, who we thought maybe weren't going to be as good defensively, but have really, really stepped it up. And speaking of Suarez, for all the people who dogged on him at the beginning of the year, he's been the consistent rock in our lineup throughout the whole season. He has not missed a single game, and he's been there. He's had clutch moments, been a good veteran presence in the lineup. He's had his moments of struggles, but overall, Suarez has been one of my favorite players of the first half. Of course, you can't ignore Julio. He's been doing his thing. He is clearly the rookie of the year at the moment. Hopefully, he can keep that going. Julio had an amazing home run derby showing where he almost won the home run derby. He defeated the returning champ in Pete Alonso, and he took down Corey Seager in the first round, which is always nice to take down a division rival. And then lost to Juan Soto, hopefully future Mariner, in the finals. Hopefully, Julio can continue to shine in the second half and push for the 30-30 season pace that he is on right now. He has 16 home runs and 21 stolen bases. Another guy who has completely stepped up for this team is Cal Raleigh. Tom Murphy went down, Torrens was not playing well, and at the beginning of the season, Cal was not playing well, and our catching position was struggling. Cal has really, really stepped it up, both offensively and defensively. He's been great behind the plate. He was a player at the beginning of the year that I was like, he's got to do something. He's got to prove something this year, because if he doesn't, and he has another year like he did last year, of course, last year was his rookie year, so you give him a pass. But if he doesn't show any signs of progress this year, then you start to think outside the box and look at other catching options. And Cal has stepped up big time, and I'm super happy that he has. Behind every good playoff team, there's a good quality catching battery. Now, I'm a little concerned about Torrens, as he has not taken the step forwards I'd have liked to have seen. But as long as Cal is producing, that's the biggest thing for us right now. So that's kind of the recap of the first half. Obviously, we were without some players, and we're still out a couple players. Hopefully, we can get Lewis and Haniger back coming out of the break sometime soon. The trade deadline is August 2nd this year because of the delay to the start of the season. So there's about 2 weeks, a little bit less than 2 weeks to the deadline. The draft was this past week where we saw the Mariners select 20 players. The Mariners selected 11 pitchers, 6 infielders, 2 outfielders, and 1 catcher with their 20 picks. I'm excited for a lot of these draft picks, but I gotta be honest, I don't know a whole lot about them yet, so I'm gonna have to do more research on that in the future and maybe talk about the draft in an upcoming video. As I mentioned, the trade deadline is now August 2nd. Honestly, I think our team is in a good spot, but there are a couple things that we could look to upgrade. The bullpen has really stepped it up as of recent, but Ken Giles did go down, and we brought Matt Brash back up. And as much as I love Brash, I'm just not completely sold on him right now. I'm okay with him in the pen, but ultimately an upgrade there would do us a lot of good. What I'm looking for at the deadline, I'm looking for a left-handed reliever. Barucki has been amazing for us. He's really kind of turned things around since we got him from the Blue Jays, but I would still love to see another lefty in the pen, as I've been saying for the past year and a half. Also, not sure how much of a leash they're going to have on Kirby. It would be nice to get another 5-starter or even a better starter like Luis Castillo, who I've been wanting to get for a couple years. But whether that's worth it or not is a little bit up in the air at the moment. So I'm loving Kirby. I'm fine with him being the 5-starter. But if they're going to limit his innings anyways, then maybe getting another starter would be worth it. So left-handed reliever, possible 5-starter, and then one more bat. You can always use another bat, especially with injuries. Specifically, I'd like to see a second baseman. Jerry's already made the move to get a DH first base type in Carlos Santana, and that has been paying off extremely well. Frazier has been hitting better as of late, so maybe we don't even upgrade at all, but ultimately, an upgrade over Frazier could do some good. I would love Jazz Chisholm, but probably not going to happen. Same thing, I would love Juan Soto in right field, but probably not going to happen. So we'll see what kind of moves Jerry makes. I'm not really sure where he's going to go. He always surprises me. But off the top of my head, lefty reliever, 5-starter, and another bat. Finally, the outlook on the rest of the season. We have played 93 games. As I mentioned earlier, we are 51-42, currently with a 68% chance to make the playoffs. The 14-game winning streak has certainly propelled us to that. As about a month ago, things were not looking great. I was slightly getting concerned, but I was like, just wait till July, see what happens. We're now in July, almost to August. We're in a great spot. With 69 games left, we only have 7 games left against the Astros. Heading into August, we will not have any more games against the Astros. So that is huge. We do have 6 games against New York in the first couple weeks of August, so that's going to be tough. But the rest of August and September are looking fairly favorable. Besides the Yankees and Houston, our other toughest series will be against San Diego and Atlanta, and then possibly the White Sox or Guardians, depending on if those teams are hot or not. Right now, they're hovering around 500 in that AL Central. I think we're better than both of those teams, but we'll see. Those series will be important. So that's a recap video for you guys and an outlook moving forward. I know that I have not been making as many videos this year as in the past, and I truly apologize for that. But as I've mentioned before, I'm in a new position in my job where it's just been difficult for me to produce video content. So give me a follow on Instagram if you're looking for more content. It's easier for me to produce stuff on there, memes and mock trades and stuff. So go check out my Instagram. I'm not sure if I'll do a video about the draft right away, per se, but it is something I'd like to look into. I will be doing a trade targets deadline type video in the next week or so, along with this video. So the only videos right now I can promise are this one that you're about to finish and a trade deadline video. But I'm excited for the rest of the season, and I hope you guys are too. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Mariners Fanatic, out.